Hello, and once again, good evening, YouTube, and welcome back to the thinking chair. I'm not going to call it that because then I'm going to get a copyright strike. I'm going to call this the seat of sensibility. All right, so we're going to have a sit in the seat of sensibility, and we're going to talk about some things. And that thing is let's go, Brandon. Oh my goodness, dude. I never talked about this because I didn't think it mattered that much. And now I'm starting to realize this might be one of the most important moments of like this entire cycle. Okay? And like I never talked this happened like a month ago. Just goes to show how on the on top of things I am as far as making content. But like this is a cultural meme involving NASCAR. What? What? So, if you have been off the internet for the last month, which I wish I could be like you, um, Brandon Brown won at Talladega. That's amazing. Um, I didn't actually see the finish. I mean, it finished under caution, but I didn't actually see what happened. All I know is that I remember that night I was rolling through Twitter and I saw the victory interview, and there were people shouting "fuck Joe Biden" in the crowd, and it's like, oh, there's so much to unwrap here because I remember that night, like the first person that I saw pick this up was Jack Posobiec, the one of the top culture warriors on Twitter. And he made a big deal out of it. And I was sitting back there like, was this really that important? And the reason why I didn't think it was that important is because people had been chanting fuck Joe Biden at college football games for like the past 2 weeks before then. I didn't see what made this any more special than any of those other occasions. And that's when I actually saw the Victory Lane interview. That's when I realized that, oh, I see what happened. So I don't know who was doing the post race interview. I have no idea. It was just one of the random girl commentators. I mean, it was Chris Devota, Jamie Little, maybe. I don't know. Shannon Spake. Shannon Spake was a great TV name, by the way. Like an app. That's a 10 out of 10 TV name. She should have stuck around. I don't know if she did stick around or not. What's Wendy Venturini up to these days? Isn't she on PRN or something? I don't know. The point is that she, while doing the driver interview, she let the fuck Joe Biden go silent. Or she went silent during that, and then like the cameras picked it up like clear as day. And then she said they're chanting "Let's go, Brandon." And this, the reason that the video is titled "A Cultural Singularity," I think this might be the most important moment politically and culturally in the United States, as far as social media is concerned, anyway. This was seismic. Like every single one of the channels that I watch, dude, were covering this. And they were embracing it, and it was insane. Just sitting back and being like, how did this happen? And then I see all these people. All of them were like, "Oh, she was trying to cover her. She was trying to cover for Joe Biden because it was NBC, and she was trying to do damage control." It's like, no, no. I genuinely think that she thought they were cheering "Let's go, Brandon." I genuinely think that's what she heard because, or like interpreted it, or like because tracks are huge and there wasn't actually a whole lot of people doing the chant. It was like three guys, I think, that were doing that chant. And like tracks are big and they're loud, so you're not going to be able to hear over just the ambient noise alone. Let alone in a giant open space like that where sound's going to go in all directions. And I don't even. When you're at the track, like even when I was at Circuit of the Americas, like even when there weren't cars on track. I could barely hear anything. Like they have the speakers going at all times, and then like the actual stuff that they do in the post race interview gets played over those speakers, and it's like I'm not surprised that this happened. There's no way. There's no way that whoever was doing that post race interview was covering for Joe Biden. No, no, that's not what was happening. But equally on the other side, oh my God, when this happened, oh my God, it was amazing. Can you imagine being those three guys that were doing that chant at that race? Oh my God, dude. Oh my God, to single-handedly jumpstart an an international movement, an international catchphrase and slogan. Can you imagine being those guys that were like, "Yeah, I fucking did that," and they can't come out because otherwise they're gonna probably lose their jobs because of cancel culture. Anyway, I don't know, dude. Um, and when this happened, oh my oh my God. Everyone was so fucking mad. It was great. Oh, it pissed off all of the right people. And they were molding. They were so mad about it. And it was amazing to watch. I remember there was a couple of tweets like, "Oh, so for the entire Trump presidency, I was called anti-American for saying fuck Donald Trump, but now it's okay to do it." Yes, it is okay to do it. You made these rules. You're the people who led national campaigns specifically not even in favor of another candidate, just against a certain candidate. You were the people who popularized making grandiose displays um, of disdain against the president in public. You made your fucking bed. You made your cake. Now you must eat it. Get railed. And it was great. They're all eating the cake. It was so good. Oh my God. And then all these people were like, "Oh, well, this is the exact reason why NASCAR will never shake the redneck stereotype." No. Everyone's been doing it. All the college football campuses had been doing it for 2 weeks prior to this even happening. And it was only like three dudes that were leading the chant. The loud minority is what made this possible. But now they're not the minority. Now you're seeing this everywhere. Now "Let's Go Brandon" is literally an actual slogan that people are using in protest. In protest of a god awful president. Am I allowed to say that yet? Am I allowed to say that this country is fucked? Not anymore, it's not. Hey, guess what happened last night? Uh-oh. And there was a couple of other things I wanted to touch on with the "Let's Go Brandon" thing. Not really so much the "Let's Go Brandon" thing, because I read somewhere that Brandon Brown was like saying that he was losing sponsorship opportunities because of this, which is interesting when he says that they were literally barely able to finish out this year with sponsorship anyway. Like they were already hard pressed for sponsorship, and let's be honest, every team that's low funded is struggling for sponsorship at all times. At any moment, their biggest bagger can, get out, and they're done. This is every small team on the grid right now, and to say that this was the cause of him actually losing sponsorship, I doubt it. And the thing is that Brandon Brown absolutely could have capitalized on this. It's unfortunate that he didn't, because if he made his own "Let's Go branded merchandise, they he would have gotten so much. He would have absolutely made rounds. Okay, there's like 50 different people selling these right now, and they're making stickers, they're making cell phone cases, they're making hats. It's an endless supply of stuff. It's of memorabilia. It's all out there. And he could have capitalized on that, but unfortunately he did not. He absolutely could have embraced "Let's Go Brandon." He could have made it his own thing. But it's too late for that now. And now it's a national slogan. Yeah, dude, I don't know. But something else that I wanted to touch on since we're on the subject of edgy stuff. Dave Moody is still stupid. He is still, exercising that singular brain cell that he has left. I mean, he's got it on a workout routine. He is pumping out tweet after tweet. And at the end of the Martinsville race, Kyle Busch gave an interview that wasn't even televised. It was to randos on the pit lane. No microphone from MRN, no microphone from NBC. It was just to some randos on pit lane. And he said the R word. Ooh, anything but the R word. Ah, I can never look at Kyle Busch the same. Never. Never. I can never look at Kyle Busch the same after saying such a hateful and spiteful and evil thing. What a horrible thing. He should be fired like Larson was. No. Dave Moody, in his sheer unadulterated wisdom, he made a gem of a tweet that got something like 3,000 likes. And I'm just sitting back like, I'm blocked by Dave Moody, so I don't actually know what he said. But the gist of it is that he was like, we in this day and age cannot be using such foul and hateful and derisive language. We should treat people who use the R word the same as people who use the N word. Huh? Could you roll that one back for me, Dave? You think that we should consider a word that has basis in medical terminology. You think that people, the edgy 13-year-olds that use that word in their day-to-day language, you think that we should consider that to be to hold the same weight as a word specifically created for a historically, systematically oppressed group of people, specifically designed to put them in their place and deride them. You think that we can compare the two of these? I wanted to make a response to that tweet on Twitter, but I knew that that was not going to work because Twitter is hell and you can't properly explain why Dave Moody is an absolute fucking airhead in only 240 characters. Because if I were to say right now that my mom works with the mentally retarded, that would be a factual statement. Because you see, retarded is not inherently a word that is meant to deride, or put anyone down. It is a medical term to describe physical and mental, no, it's more on the mental side, but mental disabilities. It is a word in the dictionary, that is a medical term. The N-word was specifically created to put down people of a specific race. I can't believe I have to explain this. Why? Dave, are you fucking kidding me? You mean to tell me that you want us to consider a word that only in like the recent past 2 generations has even been used as a derisive word, and even then, the majority of the time, it's not used as a derisive word. You want us to equate that with a word that has baggage, hundreds of years of baggage, that was specifically designed to target a group of people that were enslaved and owned. Are you fucking kidding me, Dave? 3,000 likes this tweet gets. Oh my god, and then Matt DiBenedetto goes, And then Bush goes to sensitivity training because yes, that's extremely necessary. That extremely necessary. Yes. How dare he? How dare he? How dare he say such an awful, horrible thing directed at someone who is not, you know, a historically oppressed group. Okay. Can't believe that I have to explain this. And then, and then the Benedetto said that all of life in 2021 is like we're living in sensitivity training, and like that was horribly worded, terribly worded. The vocabulary on that tweet was pretty bad. However, he's not wrong. And then everyone got so fucking ass mad at him. There was like 300 replies, and they were all the same brain dead garbage, the same stupidity that you would expect, and thereby proving his point in the process. And then he fucking deletes his account. Matt, why? You're right. Don't back down. You're right. Now you're validating these people. Stop it, Matt. I don't care what your PR person says. You shouldn't have deleted it, dude. You were right. He was right. Oh, Matt. It's not fun. It's not fun. But I did want to touch on the elections that took place last night, because it was a broad, across the spectrum rejection of the garbage that the current administration and adherents to, can barely even call them adherents at this point, but like it was a universal rejection of Joe Biden. And let's be honest, Joe Biden is awful. He is quite possibly the biggest failure of a president in modern United States history. And we haven't even finished year one. Let the fun continue. And the stupidest shit about it all. I don't want to make this video about Biden because I feel like the Let's Go Brandon slogan should not be associated with this stupidity. I really think Brandon Brown should have embraced it and made his own merch and like rolled with it. I really think he should have done that. But the point is, Biden's garbage, and then there's these fucking, oh my god, there are some, like, the American educational system has failed. Like, how much money are we putting into the American educational system? Because we got people unironically going, like,
oh, don't you know that the president doesn't have control of the gas prices, you stupid rednecks?
You are aware that he shut down a pipeline, multiple pipelines, in fact, that would have assisted in the production, well, not so much the production, but the transportation of oil and natural gas. And had that not been shut down, we wouldn't have to be begging OPEC on our fucking knees, Biden just screaming and crying, just begging on the floor for OPEC to pump out more oil in the Middle fucking East because we shut down our fucking pipelines and we can barely fucking produce shit now. I saw a story that here in North Dakota there is a natural gas thing going on, where like we're converting the natural gas, they're the byproducts produced from drilling oil. We're going to be converting that into something actually usable. And that's pretty good. That sounds like something we should invest in. Are we? No! No, we're not! We're shutting down pipelines. Yay! Yeah, it's a fucking Canadian firm that's doing this. A Canadian firm came down to North Dakota and was like, hey, why the fuck aren't you guys doing this? And we're sitting back like, we want to. It would help the economy so much. But we can't. We can't. And now a Canadian firm is going to be utilizing our resources here in North Dakota. And they're going to be taking all the profits off of this. And I'm glad that it's happening. I'm glad that someone has the fucking sensibility to do something. It's just, we could be keeping this money for ourselves. But no, the Canadians are getting it. Why? Because Joe Biden is fucking stupid. And his entire administration is run by fucking clowns. And that comes back to the gas prices. Oh man, I bet if a fucking pipeline was run, I bet if we had a few pipelines running, we'd be able to transport the fucking gas around the country and maybe bring it down by another 50 fucking cents or so. Oh, but no, the president has no control whatsoever about the gas prices. None. He has absolutely no control. It's completely out of his hands. And let's not discount all the fucking inflation. Oh, we're fucked. We're still fucked. I mean, last night was great. A lot of good people won. But we're still fucked regardless. But we're less fucked than we were before. So is that good or is it bad? Is a slow, painful death better or worse than a long and drawn or a quick, snap? Suddenly everyone's dead because of explosions and stuff. Which one is better or worse? I don't know, dude. But the point that I'm trying to make is that let's go, Brandon. This shirt costs, and this shirt barely costs anything. You see, there's so many different sellers for this stuff right now that like prices are so low. Like this is one of the cheapest things that I've bought in like the last year. It's insane, dude. But like, I don't know, man. I don't know, dude. I hate everyone. I hate the internet. If I became president, I would create a 51st state. I would call it Silicon Valley. I bet you can imagine, where this new state would be. And then I'd immediately expunge them from the union and they can just, go be totalitarians on their own. Oh, anyway, this video went off the rails. I think I conveyed everything that I wanted to convey. Um, the Let's Go Brandon thing pissed off all of the right people. They're still malding. And I bet this is going to get, a picture of this is going to go up on Twitter and it's going to piss off all the right people as well on there. So good, good. Hopefully that, I don't know where my hats are. I don't know where my hats are at. I haven't touched my hats since moving. There they are. Let's see here. It's gonna be buried at the bottom. I still have that Kyle Larson hat. I should burn that. I should burn that hat. There we go. All right. If you're gonna use if anyone's gonna take a screen cap, take a screen cap now. There we go. All right. There we go. Everyone tweet that. Thanks for watching. Bye.